Good evening, folks. This is Doc. They have stressed the importance of wearing a mask during these days of work, and whether we're out on the coast or on the water or not, we try to do. This might not be what they have in mind, even though that's what I have. Sometimes I've even used this as a mask. What do you think? Huh? Pretty good, huh? But this is not about this. But we're going to talk primarily, we've had a personal request as far as selling jeans. They want to know how well we do in selling jeans, and we do pretty good. But I think there's a special thing that you want to take in mind, keep in mind when you're doing jeans. And I'm going to show this. There's a couple examples here just briefly. Sometimes you can get a pair of jeans that are like this pair. This is like brand new. Sometimes you get jeans that have all kinds of designs and everything like that. This is not one of them. But still, it's important that when you're taking the pictures of these, a lot of times what they like to do is not just laying it out. Like in this case, I might lay it out in a way that you can see the jeans along the label as well as the label. But sometimes they like to, I've laid it out on the ground where you can see how long it is. But while all this is important visually, it's also very important that you use a measuring tape. Now, this is my mannequin, and a lot of times I'll measure things on her. But a lot of times if I'm measuring on jeans, you can see how this is actually done in this particular case. I will measure the jeans from the waist first, and usually the number that you get in this particular case, the number, and it's always good to button it up like so. You can see that like that. Had to go back and get my tape here. I have it tied to the wall so it can't go very far. And measure it from here to here, and there you have the number. That says 17 and a half, but of course you're multiplying it by 2, so that's 35. Then what you're going to do is you're going to measure the length from the top all the way down to the bottom of the leg. In this particular case, this one is 35. That's measurement number 2. Measurement number 3 is usually going to be what's called the inseam. You measure that. That's the third measurement. That's important. In some cases, if it's not defined, you need to measure the openings here. And of course, it's the same principle. When you measure it like this, you're multiplying it because obviously it goes all the way around. So those are the 4 aspects that when you measure, and of course, as I said before, taking a picture of the labels like this is very important, and also the size, because it also explains the contents of what you have, the material, what the jeans is made of. Sometimes you get jeans like this. Now these jeans, I used to throw away a lot of these jeans, just discard them, and they granddaughter would say, no, people buy them that way. They're supposed to be that way. They're supposed to look rough. And sure enough, that's where you have to discern and find out. Like this is size 11. It's obviously a kid's. But you have to determine if this is by design or if it's just wearing. And there's another example. Sometimes even like you take note of the little design in the backs. I've had some jeans that you looked on my site before where we have a lot of, very artistic designs. Like for instance, if you're dealing with jeans that are like the Red 8. The Red 8's got some pretty neat jeans, and they're pretty wild and exotic and everything. But anyway, I just want to kind of pass that on to you, because the fact of the matter is jeans is very important to the working man. And of course, sometimes when you're shopping, you want to find something that's comfortable, worn out, and it looks clean, worn, and then you can actually work and make money, and we can make money selling to them. So I hope that's helpful to you. If not, then go to my next video, and of course you can always subscribe too. And great things to remember here at the barn.